It is episode 3 of the MSPT Podcast Presented by PokerNews. I'm Chad Holloway, joined by former MSPT Player of the Year, Kyna England. Kyna, it's already episode 3.
Wow, yeah, I can't believe it.
We've got a good one. We're going to talk about 2 recent stops, including Jack's Cleveland and the Sycuan Casino over there in San Diego, including some records from both. We're going to talk about the current Player of the Year race because there's been a lot of changes since we had Jake Long on episode number 2. We're going to talk about some upcoming stops, including at the Venetian, where I've got some news. Next episode, Kyna and I are going to be in person at the Venetian, so pretty excited about that. We'll talk about some other upcoming stops. Let's get into it. Let's talk about MSPT Jack's Cleveland that took place at the end of August, going into September. Have you been to Jack's, first off?
I have. I've been there once. I went there the first time that they had it, and it's an unexpected casino, I have to say. It's like in the downtown area. There's a lot of like nice restaurants and stuff around if you walk like a block down, but it's not the greatest area overall, right? But like the downtown area next door and the area where the hotels are is very nice, and the casino itself was really fun. It's like multi-levels. It's almost like you get lost like trying to get around in it, but yeah, it's super cool casino.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like, think of all the casinos you've ever been in, and more than likely the casino has been built from the ground up as a casino, like it was constructed as a casino. Well, Jack's Cleveland is a little bit different because it is in historic downtown Cleveland, where they took an old multi-level department store, like an old, I don't know, Macy's or something from the 1950s, 1960s, and retrofitted it as a casino. It's just very unique in that.
No, yeah, you could totally tell that when you're inside of it too, that it was like something else that they made into a casino, which is, like you said, unusual. You're not usually in a casino where you're like, oh, this is something else before. But they have like little stores, like their like gift shop looks like it used to be in a strip mall, something like that. It's a cool casino though. People should check it out.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I actually went there the first time when the MSPT was breaking into that market, if you will. So I've been there more than a handful of times, but definitely need to get back there. This year, the $1,110 buy-in had a $750K guaranteed prize pool for the main event, 892 runners. So it surpassed the guarantee, 863,000 in the prize pool. It was that's the 892 for a little more than a 1K. Like, these are nothing to turn your nose up at for the these Midwest stops.
Yeah, I think too, because there's not too much. I mean, Cincinnati has some sort of series, but as far as in Ohio, I don't think there's ever any stops there. I think it's probably one of the only, if not the only series or like major series stop, that takes place in Ohio, unless I'm wrong. I think maybe that Moneymaker series is there, but nothing significant. So it's good to see people in their area get excited and come out and play.
Yeah, it was won by one James Anderson. Like, James Anderson is about the most generic name that you can get, but he was the
John Smith. Did John Smith get second?
Geraldo Perez took second, so that's a little more unique. But James Anderson was the day 1B chip leader and then took down the title for $165,000. The aforementioned Geraldo Perez took second for $101K, so 6-figure scores for the top 2 finishers in that one.
Wow, that's pretty sick. Well, yeah, it's a sick turnout too. Pretty cool. Way to go.
Well, the other thing I want to talk about this final table is Umut Ozturk, who we've talked about on this show every episode. So he was fresh off making the final table in St. Louis, where we caught up with Jake Long. If you remember, Jake Long finished 4th and Umut took 5th. And so they were neck and neck in the Player of the Year. We had Jake Long on last episode right after. He was the Player of the Year points leader. Well, then Umut makes back-to-back final tables, finishes 3rd for 1,500 points, and takes the lead. So it's just as soon as we catch up with Jake, Umut Ozturk surpasses him.
Yeah, I mean, he's been to all the stops. He really tries. I think he really goes for it. He wants it. He likes poker too, and just a nice guy too. He's hard to he's like Josh. Like, you want to not like him, but like it's very hard to not like him.
Yeah, I agree. So after that stop, Umut Ozturk had 7,667 points, while Jake Long had 6,944 points. That's not all, though. We'll talk about it later in this episode because there was also the Sycuan stop where some things did change. But before we get there, I'm going to talk about some of these side event winners from the Jacks Cleveland. So, like most MSPT nowadays, there were a slew of side events. And I remember any side event with a $200 buy-in or more, you can win an MSPT gold card. Well, at Jacks Cleveland, they had 6 events total. That includes the main event. So they had 5 side events. These tag teams. So event number 1 was a $400 tag team. 354 entries in this one, won by Daniel Wolf and Kevin Trotsky for $15K. These tag team events have proven to be quite the hit at these MSPT stops, I've noticed.
Yeah, it seems like a new fun thing to add. Next they should do a ladies event. No, but hey, they're mixing it up. They're putting in a full week of tournaments in for them now to make it a little more worth it for some of these stops to go and just be in the Midwest or be somewhere out of your area for a whole week. So it's fun to see. What kind of format is their tag team? Because there's all sorts of different kinds.
I honestly don't know the
Mm.
specifics on it, and it could vary from stop to stop. I'll have to ask. Actually, when next episode when we're in Las Vegas, I don't think there's a tag team for that one, but I will ask them in person, how it usually works. But
Do you remember those old school ones that they used to have at the HBT where it would be like each partner gets their own stack and then they just call switch and you just have to switch and you can't like dilly-dally, you can't like communicate. I haven't seen that format around in a while, but I always thought that was really fun because you have to try and find your partner and like whisper and be like, go all in or like I 3-bet, just like because otherwise you have no idea where you are in the hand. That's such a fun format.
I think the only other tag team event that I played outside the World Series of Poker was actually at Sycuan Casino in San Diego, which we'll talk about in a minute. So it wasn't an MSPT, though. Maybe it actually was. I think it
Hmm.
was.
Oh
This is a
yeah, I
long
think
time
they
ago.
have one too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was with Mark Napolitano, who was the founder, I think, of Poker Pages and did card player cruises for a while. He's been around the industry for a long time, longer than I have been, and we made the final table. And I believe that one was we had to switch out every level is
Oh,
how that
okay.
ended up working, I'm pretty sure. So,
Yeah, but it's
um,
still not the chaos that I want to see happen again.
right. Well, you mentioned a ladies event. It wasn't a ladies event in event number 2. It was $300 seniors, no limit hold'em 50 plus. Got 351 runners, but it was won by a woman. Penelope Van Heedy took it down for $13,000. Always nice to see, because they do these winners photos, these great winner shots for these MSPTs now, courtesy of MSPT photographer Tyler Abrams. And it's just always fun when I see a winner's photo of somebody you might not expect. In this case, it's a seniors event. She's an older lady, and she just goes and crushes this field of 351 runners for $13K.
Awesome. Yeah, way to go, lady. And Tyler takes some really good photos too. Like people should follow him. You should put his Instagram handle because I've met him like a billion times, but names are very bad for me. I don't know. Your name will not stick in my head. And we were talking like me, him, and Josh was like, "Oh yeah, Tyler did this," and I'm like, "Who's Tyler?" And he's like, me." And I'm like, "Oh, I just know you as like Captain Crunch Poker
Yeah.
or something because that's his Instagram handle." And so that's like that stuck in my head, but his actual name didn't. So yeah, post it so people can check out his photos.
Yeah, and if you're at an MSPT stop and you see him running around with a camera, say hello. He's doing
Mhm.
some great work at the MSPT. There was also event number 3, $300 monster stack, 120 runners. Walter Fug took that down for $8,800. A $1,000 PLO that got 102 runners was won by Eric Lee for $26K. And then event number 6 was a special $400 Labor Day, 211 runners. Michael French took that down for almost $11,000. Now, Joe Shepis, who is
I
the
was gonna
director.
say you had it easy on the names up until I was waiting for one to hit. Go ahead. Go ahead, try again.
Joe Shepis, I believe. Sorry, Joe, if I butchered that. I know Joe. He's the director of tournament operations at Jacks Cleveland. He's previously of Wynn Las Vegas in the Aria. So a lot of poker experience. He actually put out a tweet after the stop saying the MSPT recap. So there was actually 8 events, but only 6 of them that we just recapped were the gold card events. But they ended up having 2,381 entries over all the events and awarded more than $1.2 million in prize pools. And they had the largest PLO major in Ohio history, the one I just mentioned, 102 runners, the largest seniors event that we just mentioned, 351 runners, the largest tag team event that we just mentioned, and then one of the other tournaments that we didn't was the largest Omaha high-low event ever in Ohio history. So setting records there on the MSPT and at Jacks Cleveland.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, that's what I was saying. There's not ever really like big, huge series there. It's probably the biggest one that is ever there, right? I mean, I don't know what else like I said, there's other cities in Ohio, obviously, but I've never heard of any like major poker series going there.
I'm actually going to be in Cleveland in October. And I did look to see if there's any poker stops that coincide. Unfortunately, there wasn't. But I'm going to be in Michigan, and I did a quick Google, and the Miami Dolphins are playing the Cleveland Browns. It's like a 4-hour drive from where I'll be. So I'm going to go to that game. But even though
Darn those Dolphins.
they look like shit.
You know
kinda.
what? So I read somewhere that they haven't lost like an opener in I don't know how many years. And so I picked them in my survivor pool to get it out of the way. I'll never do that again.
Yeah. Bet against the Dolphins this year, and you will probably make a lot of money because they looked really, really bad. I hate to say it, but
sorry to change topics there from needling Chad's football team. Gotta throw it in.
Let us go across the country to San Diego Sycuan Casino Resort. This is a place I've been to half a dozen times or so over the years. I'm assuming you've made the trip down there before, if I recall.
Oh yeah, I go all the time, and I totally would have gone this time. I just had just got back from a trip, and I don't like my car. I get real worried about it driving in the mountains, so every time I go, I usually rent a car, and I just didn't have enough time. I had super FOMO the whole weekend though because I love that stop. That is such a nice place to stay. The resort, I know I say this about all the places, but I'm supposed to, right? But I really mean it there because they have such a sick pool, and it's in the mountains and it's beautiful and just the air feels cleaner. You know what I mean?
I remember once I was there for the MSPT. It's when I worked for the MSPT, and I decided, I was trying to get some exercise, going for walks about, and I'm like, I'm going to walk outside, and they, like you said, they have these mountains or these hills all around the casino, and I decided, all right, I'm going to start hiking up one of them, which I did, and it was
You're not
nice.
supposed to.
Because it turns out, I guess they're infested with rattlesnakes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I didn't know this at the time.
There's signs everywhere that say, don't climb the mountains.
Yeah. I feel very fortunate because I either didn't see or ignored the signs and still walked up them. But yeah, that was a one and done time for me. This was the 100 Grand Stack Series. They had 24 tournaments. So the main event plus 23 other side events. So this was a big full festival for the MSPT and for Sycuan Casino. The main event there, the $1,110 main event, had a $300K guarantee, got 431 runners, $416,000 in the prize pool, was won by Arizona native Peter Brown for $68K. It was his first ever MSPT, and he goes and he just ships it.
That's pretty sick. Wait, that was which event?
This was the main event, the MSPT Sycuan 100 Grand Stack main event.
Yeah, okay.
There was a deal.
Seems kind of small, yeah.
Well, yeah. So there was a 5-way deal by the looks of it because in the results, the top 5 finishers got 1,000 PoY points, which suggests that's when a deal was made. But I think what it was there was a deal made 5-handed and then another one when there was 2 left. So it ended up being Peter Brown defeating Stephen Grainer. Gerald Cuniff, MSPT Hall of Famer, took 4th in that one for $35,000. Matt Salzberg, famous poker player, WPT champ, 7th place in that one for $13K.
Okay, cool. Well,
are you familiar with Matt? He used to write for TV shows. You know what famous TV show he used to write for?
I don't. Which one?
Weeds.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think I did know that.
I've never seen it, and
no, you should watch it. It's very good.
Apparently, it's on Netflix. By my quick Google, 8 seasons it ended up having.
But it's really good, and each season is it's. I want to say it's like. Breaking Bad, but they change locations a lot. You know what I mean? They're in California, and then I think one time they're in Amsterdam. I don't know. But yeah, it's a pretty good show. And yeah, I played with Eric. I notice him when I go out to San Diego. I've seen him out there before for sure. So.
And John Farmboy Kerfman, 25th in that main event. Anthony Scarborough, 47th. He's in the Player of the Year race, but it was again Umut Ozturk getting 18th place, and not the biggest cash, $4,400, but he picked up another 300 Player of the Year points, which right now I'm looking at the current update is atop the leaderboard with just shy of 8,000 points, 7,967 points, over 1,000 points more now than Jake Long with 6,961. Josh Reichard won a side event, what we'll talk about in a minute, so he moved up a little bit. He's now in 3rd with just over 5,000 points. So yeah, Umut Ozturk, Jake's going to play everything, so this is far from over. There's still a lot of stops left, but Umut just keeps piling them on.
Yeah, for sure. And not to beat a dead horse or anything, but that seems like such a small turnout, like, for that stop. Like, I wonder why. You know what I mean? I wonder why more people don't go there. There's so many people in California. It's 2-hour drive from LA. It's a 5-hour drive from Vegas, like a 45-minute plane ride. I wonder why it got so small this time. Like, you think people are just doing other things? Like, that's weird.
Yeah, that is a good question. I honestly don't know the answer. I know there was a lot of competition over this past weekend in terms of
Mhm.
stops around the country. I know Borgata's firing up a series, the WSOP circuit and whatnot. So, looking at the results of these and the side event winners, it did seem it was more like regional players. Not a lot of
Yeah.
players traveled in. There was a big exception, obviously. Farm boy John Kerfman's from Illinois. He came, and then I mentioned it. Josh Reichard. He's a Wisconsin guy,
Yeah.
and he was out
Angela
there.
was there too. Angela said last
Mhm.
minute she was gonna go, so that's why I was really like, "Oh, should I drive in on Saturday morning?" But, no, now I'm kinda glad I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a that would've been a big kinda financial thing for just to see it just get so small, but hopefully, they'll keep it going next time around. It'll get a little bit some more runners and everything and be a little bigger.
Well, I mentioned in the last episode that John Kerfman, aka Farm Boy, became the first player to win 2 MSPT gold cards. Remember, these are cards you get where if you win a event with a $200 buy-in or more, you get one. And all former player of the years, yourself included, you got one, and Hall of Famers get one. But Josh Reichard ships a side event, a $200 monster stack, and he won the MSPT Venetian over the summer. So he's now a 2-time MSPT gold card winner. So he's
Yeah,
got
pretty sick.
the ace of spades and the deuce of spades, I guess. So,
Yeah, I guess so. Well, go Josh, go. Um, someone else got a second one though too, didn't I see? I thought one more guy got a second
well,
one.
they did. And actually, so I needed to verify this, and I'm still kind of in disbelief about it. There is a 4-time gold card winner
Oh, well,
now.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Michael Sterick is a 4-time gold card winner because he won 4 events at this Sycuan stop.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't they looked like they must have been smaller fields based upon some of I don't have the exact numbers
Still,
here.
that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, according to the MSPT results, he won event number 3, a $200 monster stack for 2,400 bucks. Did the same thing, looks like the next day in event number 4, another $200 monster stack. Then he ended up getting 4th, 5th, 3rd, and 2nd in other events before winning his 3rd in you guessed it, another $200 monster stack for almost 3,000. That was event number 21. And then he goes and he wins the regional event that they had there for almost $30,000. So he wins 4 titles at this stop and therefore 4 gold cards.
Wow. I mean, yeah, it's hard. I mean, even if they're small, that's still hard to do. Win 4 tournaments in 1 week. Has anybody ever done that? I don't know.
It's nothing that I can recall for sure, and it looks like he is from California, a local player. So now he is atop the leaderboard currently for gold cards. Let me see if the MSPT Poker.com they have some great leaderboards, and I wonder they've got to have gold cards. I'm sure they've added it. Let me scroll down.
Oh, I
There it
haven't seen
is.
that on there. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
4-time gold card.
Yeah, so we met 4-time, and then Josh Reichard and Farm Boy both with 2. Scott Olds and Kevin Duke are now at 2 as well. So
Okay. Go, guys, go.
yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that race. It should be interesting as it develops.
Is there a
We
prize for getting all of them first?
I don't know,
They
probably
should
not.
talk about that.
Yeah, they should talk about that. I mean, I mean, that's 52 wins. Like, is anybody ever gonna
Oh,
get
I
that?
thought maybe, like, the first suit, you just got,
No,
like, all there should be a prize for that.
there should. Yeah,
You get 12, you get all 12 first, you win something, I don't know, or whoever has the most of them at the end of the year. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Time
I
to win a
mean,
tournament.
I don't disagree with you.
I'm just like the idea guy over here. We'll pitch it to Brian later. Okay. Okay, Brian. Okay.
Let's talk about so the MSPT right now as we're recording this is actually on a downtime, if you will, which is rare for
For
them.
1 week.
But I know 2 weeks. 2
2
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
The next stop is going to be September 25th through the 28th at the Venetian in Las Vegas, an $1,100 buy-in, Nevada Poker State Championship, $300K guarantee. The final table is going to be live streamed on Venetian Poker Live, and we're both going to be there. We're actually going to film the next episode, so episode number 4, inside the Venetian Live studio, which is pretty exciting. We'll do it in person, and it will be released 2 days or the day before, actually, yeah, the day before, I believe, the actual tournament starts, which I
Oh
think
my
is pretty
gosh,
exciting as well.
what are we gonna talk about?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we won't. I mean, I think one order of business will be to get a player in there with us, right? Like get
Yeah.
whoever that might be. Maybe Umut Ozturk will be there. Who knows? We'll definitely pull in some guests because we're not gonna have any winners to talk about between now and then. But I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to play it. I think I fly out on Sunday. But we'll wait. We'll see. This might be one of
Uh,
those where I fire it, and if I make day 2, then I worry about changing my flight.
yeah, are there side events though too for this one or
There
no?
are. So yeah,
There
this is
are?
part.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's part of the Venetian's current tournament series that started actually back September 2nd. It's going to run through October 5th.
Okay, but it's the only one MSPT that you can win the gold card for.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
correct. But let me actually, I'm going to go fast forward here a little bit. I'm looking at the schedule, which you can check out on
Okay,
MSPTpoker.com.
okay.
So
Okay.
a bunch of $140 no limit hold'em milestone satellites if you want to get into one of the 3, I believe it's 3 starting flights into the tournament, and then there's some a $300 no limit hold'em ultimate stack, $200 no limit hold'em bounty, a monster stack, all taking a Big O tournament. So lots of options, even outside the MSPT Nevada Poker State Championship.
So, sorry, someone has decided they want to be the mascot. She really would like to be on the podcast.
Tell
This
us
is Worm.
more.
This is
Worm. Oh
Worm,
yeah,
yeah.
I've heard about Worm from Rounders.
Yes, Worm. Worm is squirmy and she's shady and she's shifty. And she wants to be on the podcast, so. All right, I'm gonna put you down now. Can you leave me
And
alone?
that is one of Kyna's 27 cats in her apartment there.
Yes, the only one that wants to be on the podcast.
How many cats do you have for real?
Just 2. Actually,
2.
well, I named her Worm because I wanted her to be kind of like some sort of poker name, and then my other cat's name is Bug. So I have Bug and Worm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, just 2 cats, okay? Not a billion yet.
Let's look ahead. Aside from the Venetian, like I said, we will be recording the next episode in person ahead of the MSPT Nevada Poker State Championship at the Venetian. So you can look forward to that in the next episode. And then looking beyond that, one that I'm very excited about is the MSPT at Potawatomi Casino in Milwaukee, which I was just there. I literally just drove back from there. It's Monday, September 8th as we're recording this. I was at WWE Monday Night Raw.
Oh, that's where that was? Oh, cool. Is it doing okay? Didn't they have some, like, huge flood a couple weeks ago?
No, yeah, Milwaukee, certain parts of Milwaukee did, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I
not,
heard that the parking garage and, like, a whole bunch of Potawatomi was kind of flooded.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is low lane actually over there. I wasn't
Yeah.
there today, so I don't know. We were down at the forum and everything seemed good there. But it was fun, I haven't done a wrestling event since just like 10 years or something, and I used to watch it all the time as a kid, so me and some friends thought, what the hell, let's go check this out, and
What
yeah, it
does
was
it
cool.
entail? Like, you watched wrestling or you got to meet the wrestlers, or was it like a convention?
No, it was it's like going to a concert, but it was for wrestling. Like they're putting on the wrestling matches, the shows, and they're recording
Oh.
it for TV or Netflix in this case. So
Oh, yeah, cool. Oh, so should we all look for you to be on Netflix?
yeah, I'm pretty sure you won't see me in the cheap seats that we had, but that was a good time. But I will be back in Milwaukee for the MSPT. It is taking place September 30th through October 5th is the entire stop. The championship event is an $1,110 buy-in, $1 million guarantee, which seems like a lot, but this is Milwaukee. This is Potawatomi. It's going to surpass that.
Yeah, I mean, did last time, right? How much did it get last time?
I don't like it, I can't even remember. It was
It
but
was
they
something
didn't
like
put
280 for first or something
yeah,
like that.
they didn't
Yeah.
even put $1 million on it at first, but it's going to surpass that. They're going to have 11 gold card events, so
Oh.
11 different side events. The schedule's out on MSPTpoker.com right now. If you've never been, highly recommend it. It's easy to fly into. The airport's not too far away. If I know you and you're listening to this and it's one you're like, hey, maybe I should play. If I know you, I do have a spare bedroom here, and it's not that far from my house in Madison. It's like an hour drive. I'll be going back and forth almost every day. Hopefully I can bag on day 1 and then I don't have to do that. But I don't know. We'll see. This is like a big deal. This is the Wisconsin Poker State Championship for us.
We should have a contest for that. Like, apply to stay in Chad's extra room that's an hour away from the casino. They have a hotel there too.
They do a very nice hotel. And there's a lot Milwaukee's a fun city to go check out things. The Bucks are killing it right now, or
Yeah.
the Brewers are killing it right now. The Bucks, I think their season starts here soon. So if you've never been, definitely check it out. I will be there. It's going to be a fun one. Josh Reichard will be there, no doubt. Umut Ozturk's going to be there. I was already talking with him. Like, I think pretty much anybody who is a grinder on the MSPT goes to Potawatomi for these events. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have so much FOMO when we talk about that one though. I would go. I just this is work. I can't really go anywhere in October. So such a bummer, but I'll go next time around, hopefully, because my friends in Milwaukee let me stay with them. So hopefully it's sometime early next year. Was it in February again? Or no? I don't know. We don't know the schedule.
yeah,
next
no,
year,
we
right?
do. It's you're looking way ahead. Is February 17th through the 22nd,
Okay.
2026 will be another $1 million guarantee. It will be the major, the Club Poker Championship. So that'll be a big
Woo.
one. Speaking of majors, the next one after Milwaukee is a big one. Firekeepers Casino in Battle Creek, Michigan. It's the Spade Poker Championship, $1.5 million guaranteed tournament. There are going to be 5 gold card events, October 7th through the 12th. This is always huge. Firekeepers, Battle Creek, Michigan has become, to me, the hidden gem of Midwestern poker stops.
Yeah, I enjoyed going there when I lived in Chicago. It was easy. I mean, I would drive from Chicago to get there, but from Vegas, it's just not an easy travel stop either. I did go there, maybe it might have been last year in May or something like that. But yeah, I think I flew into Chicago and drove there. It's just not super friendly to get there, but it is it's a big resort in the middle of nowhere, Michigan. So have fun.
I'm going to be there. I'm not going to get a chance to play in the main event, unfortunately, because I have commitments on Sunday, so it would not behoove me to play and make day 2. But they do have a $250 monster stack Saturday night, so I think I'm going to go in there on Friday or Saturday, probably do some content, film, do some interviews, maybe play in the event, and just check it out because it's going to be huge, and I'm pretty excited. Haven't been to Battle Creek in quite a while. And then it was actually at Firekeepers Casino. I don't know if you've seen this. It's making its way around on social media. It wasn't poker, but at a table game of some sort, this younger player won a jackpot for over $1 million. And there's video of him calling his mom saying, we just changed our lives. We're getting out of the hood type of thing.
What was he playing? Oh my God.
It had to have been I don't know, who knows, Ultimate Texas Hold'em,
something?
one of those big bonuses. I think there's going to be an article on PokerNews about it.
There's cloud 9, and then there's cloud fucking 20, man. You just say we out the hood? Yes. He said, where he say out of? We out the hood. How much he win? 1,370,000.
And the next one I want to talk about, and the last one for this one, is going to be October 9th through the 19th is going to be the Canadian Poker Championship at Playground in Montreal, Canada. $1 million guarantee. This is a major stop for the MSPT. It's the first time they will have been in Canada, which I think is pretty exciting. 14 gold cards on the schedule, which is out now. I don't know if I'll be at this one. I don't think I will, but I will be watching it very closely. It's $1,150 main event. And one of the reasons I'm looking forward to this one is because they have some one-of-a-kind prizes. They have a $150K guaranteed mega stack. The main event is $1 million guarantee.
Oh, wow.
And it's just coming off of a huge stop. The WSOP circuit was just at Playground, and they set the record for largest circuit main event ever, 2,401 runners.
Wow.
So just, I don't know, there's...
Feels
this is
one
gonna
of
be
us
big.
should be there, though, huh? Yeah, one of us should definitely go.
It might have to be...
We'll have to figure that out.
Well, Playground Poker on Twitter did release a little teaser video for that upcoming stop.
Cool.
Check it out.
What's it gonna be? Can't hide the truth from destiny. All in or nothing, the chips are down. Face the fire, wear the crown. All in or nothing, no backing away. Tonight's the night I'm here to play.
Well, there you have it. If you can, check out the MSPT Canadian Poker Championship at Playground October 9th through the 19th. This is relatively short episode in that we only had 2 winners to recap. We don't have a guest in this episode, but we're going to have some guests in the next one because there won't be any winners to recap between now and when we were in Las Vegas together at the Venetian ahead of the Nevada Poker State Championship. I'm excited to actually just be in the Venetian Poker Live studio and recording with you in person.
Yeah, that'll be super fun. I mean, I've wanted to be in there as a player, but I haven't made it yet. So I guess we'll be in there as a podcast. Yay.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll pull in whoever we can get that might be around. I'm sure a lot of people are going to go out, but yeah, do us a favor. This is a brand new podcast. Like, subscribe, give us that 5-star review, tell your friends, help us spread the word, and I can share this. So we release this every other week on Wednesdays. So if you're listening to this, it's episode number 3. It released on Wednesday. The PokerNews Podcast releases every Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And tomorrow's episode that I am going to host alongside Mike Holtz, we're going to reveal a big giveaway that will also eventually include the MSPT Podcast Presented by PokerNews. Basically, what kind of you remember? NAPT Ladies Event Champ, kind of cool. And we gave away an NAPT Gold Pass. Well, we might be doing that again. And there might be some code words that are going to be spread out over future episodes of the Poker News Podcast and this very podcast. And, then you can get some bonus entries for liking, reviewing, that sort of thing. More details to come. But that's the first I got to mention that. I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, really? That's exciting. Yeah. I mean, we love giving stuff away on the podcast. So please like, subscribe, watch, comment, and hopefully you'll win.
Before we wrap this up, Kyna, if people are cold, they needed something, a backpack they got to use, put some stuff in, where should they go?
Oh, yeah. Make sure you check out Tilted Compass Gear. They have great backpacks designed for poker players. They're really cool. They come with like a charger for your phone and all your devices, a tracking device, super secure locks, and so people can't get in there. And then they've got some pretty sick hoodies. So check out their website, Tilted. It's tilted-compass.com and use code Kyna for 15% off.
There you have it. All right, that's going to do it for episode 3 of the MSPT Podcast presented by Poker News. I'm Chad Holloway, Kyna England. The next time you see us, hear from us, we will be at the Venetian in Las Vegas ahead of the Nevada Poker State Championship. And until then, as they say on the MSPT, we are suited for players.